I don't know shit about London, but apparently East London, they be getting wild out there, specifically Manor Park versus Drillford. Now, I don't know shit about what's going on out there. I thought they'd be dueling with swords and shit. But we finna find out how they really get, you feel me, and end all those little stereotypes that motherfuckers be saying about them.
They're traveling to the London borough of Newham. Newham has had an ongoing problem with gangs in the area. An example of this is North Side Newham versus South Side Newham, which has been going on for more than a decade. However, this video isn't focusing on North Side and South Side Newham, but we are instead focusing on the ongoing war between Manor Park and Drillford. These gangs are very close to each other, only being separated by one road, that being the A406.
You can't even see these niggas' faces at all. Like, these niggas real life fucking shadows, bro. I ain't gonna bap to you, bro.
OM is a gang based on the Little Ilford estate in Manor Park, E12. OM is allied with nearby Northside Newham and mainly beefs Drillford, which is what we are focusing on today. Drillford are a gang based in Ilford. Drillford is split.
He said Drillford is in Ilford. Oh, that's why they called it Drillford, because they're in Ilford. Okay, I get it. I understand it.
Into two different sets, that being MCE, which stands for Money Comes Easy, and MOD, which stands for Mainly on Dough. They both rep the
Mainly on dough. What the fuck you mean mainly on dough? Okay, dough like drugs, or mainly on what? What is dough? Money?
IG-1 postcode despite being separated into two different blocks. The beef between these two sets has been getting very active over the last 4 years, with 6 people being killed as a result. It is unknown how the beef between Drillford and Manor Park started, but it's alleged that a Manor Park member named Farmer 12 was robbed by Drillford members a few years ago, causing tension.
Farmer 12? I ain't go back to you, bro. How the fuck? Man, American motherfuckers be having some crazy ass names too, so I ain't finna get on Farmer 12 name.
Between the sets. The first few instances of this beef kicking off would be when a Manor Park member named Farmer 12 would shoot a Drillford member named Giddy in the head in 2016.
Whoa. Niggas shooting niggas in the head in the UK? Meaning, what the fuck? What the fuck? I told y'all, we gotta end the stereotypes of this bitch, bro. This shit is shocking. Niggas getting shot in the head in the UK, bro. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, but that shit crazy. They said a nigga named Farmer 12 at that. Niggas get a pop by niggas named Farmer 12. This shit is getting diabolical out there.
This would result in Giddy being put on life support, but he would fortunately survive. A few years later, in early 2000...
Damn, Giddy survived? Giddy? Shit, Giddy out here surviving shit, bro. Real life Deadpool in this bitch.
19. Giddy would be caught again by Farmer and another Manor Park GM called...
Bro, Farmer, bro, I ain't gonna cap to you. Farmer, I'm assuming this nigga is like that, bro. Farmer, he tweaking, bro. I thought by the name, bro, I would have thought folks ass was a goofy. But Farmer, bro, that's a goofy ass name, but Farmer sliding on niggas for sure.
Snipes. They would find Giddy and stab him several times. He was put on life support and would luckily survive.
Giddy is motherfucking, I was gonna make a video about niggas that the ops just always slide on and they always just end up surviving. And I think we're gonna have to put Giddy on the list, bro, because there's a couple rappers like that, bro. Niggas thought Fulio was gonna survive just because he survived so much. But I see Giddy on the same type of timing. They shot him and the nigga got stabbed. They trying different methods to kill this nigga, and this nigga still surviving.
Again. On the 8th of April 2019, whilst Giddy was in hospital being treated for the stabbing, the first person would be killed as a result of the beef.
Damn, what, they got that get
back?
A
Manor Park member named Niz, who was trying to change his life around, was attacked by multiple Drillford members. He was shot and then stabbed by the members.
Oh my God, these niggas is too diabolical, bro. These niggas will shoot you and then stab you. What is wrong with these niggas out here, bro? I ain't gonna cap to you. These niggas tweaking. These niggas is tweaking. Like, ain't shooting enough. Ain't shooting, nah, bro. Y'all niggas gotta poke niggas and shit, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas?
He sadly died on the scene as a result of the stab wounds.
I would think a nigga that got shot and stabbed would not survive with that shit. Like them niggas wanted to make sure. Like it's crazy, bro. You know, in America, bro, we walking niggas down, bro. We gonna walk a nigga down, bro, and stand over them. The UK niggas, they gonna pop you. They gonna pop you so you can stop moving. That's why they shooting you. Yeah, we got him. They gonna get the boy. They gonna stab your ass down, cut you down, nigga. They just popping you so they can stab you, nigga. They get a thrill out of stabbing niggas, bro. I see. This like a little fetish or some shit they got, bro. Cause why the fuck is you gonna shoot a nigga and you ain't gonna finish your ball? You gonna let dog? We finna stab this nigga now. What the fuck? Y'all niggas got y'all some devilish motherfuckers out there. I ain't gonna bap to you.
This murder is unsolved to this day, with no one being charged or convicted for this
Man,
murder.
I don't know about that.
After the death of Niz, Manor Park members would be looking for revenge wherever they could, due to Niz being a loved and well-respected Manor Park member.
But it's crazy, bro. They got a nigga that's trying to change his life around. But they do say, bro, it don't matter, bro. If you want to change your life around, you better change your environment too. Because nigga, you can't just try to change your life around, be at the same environment that you was doing all that fucked up shit in. No. Because the environment ain't gonna change just because you changed.
However, only 2 months later, the retaliation Manor Park was looking for would come. On the 30th of June 2019, a drillford member named OS would be walking in southeast London when 2 Manor Park members named Farmer 12 and Snipes would spot him. They would jump out of their car and would attack and stab OS 17 times.
Farmer 12 is a fucking menace, bro. This shit the nigga sound like a motherfucking, what the fuck? This nigga Farmer 12 sound like a motherfucking, the gamer tag that they automatically give you on Xbox or some shit. Like when you decide to not give yourself a motherfucking gamer tag, bro, and they just give you the random gamer tag. Farmer 12 sound like that shit, bro. Let's be real, but Farmer 12 is out here sliding. Folks got a Roblox name and he sliding on motherfuckers. Like this shit is crazy as hell. I ain't gonna cap to you.
With the entire attack being caught on a doorbell camera, the Manor Park members would then get in the car and flee the scene. OS would stagger across the road and be picked up by a passing car and taken to hospital. Unfortunately, he would be pronounced dead hours later as a result of the stab wounds.
17 times. Honestly, I think getting stabbed is a lot worse than getting shot. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was talking to my homies about this shit. I'm like, hey, the UK niggas got it a little bit worse, bro. Niggas stab your ass, bro. That shit worse than getting shot.
The car used by the Manor Park members was then burned. However, Farmer and Snipes were still arrested and charged in connection to the murder. They were both found guilty, with them being sentenced to a minimum of 21 and 23 years. Rest in peace, OS.
21 and 23 years? How the fuck Farmer? Oh, they must don't know about everything Farmer 12 was doing, I see. Because how the fuck he only get 23 years? This nigga shooting niggas in the head, stabbing niggas, doing all types of diabolical ass shit. That's a blessing. He got a blessing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
On the 28th of September 2019, a Manor Park member named Specs would carry out a double shooting on Drillford members. He would hit both Manor Park member named Specs.
This nigga sliding? This nigga? Nah, bro, this shit crazy. This shit getting wilder and wilder, bro. These niggas look like nerds. And they killing niggas, bro. That's why you shouldn't judge a book by their cover, bro. Because a nigga like Specs will fuck you up, gang. And you think this nigga is just a random gas station worker? No, bro. He getting active in the East London streets.
Would carry out a double shooting on Drillford members. He would hit both members, putting them both in critical condition. However, they would make a recovery. Drillford members would look for retaliation wherever they could for the double shooting incident. And one of the most brutal incidents would take place throughout the beef. And eventually, they would find it. On the 19th of November 2019, a friend of Specs named Sharik Khan would phone Specs and arrange to meet together. What Specs didn't know was that his friend had been getting close with Drillford members. Specs would get in Sharik Khan's car and would drive to a block of garages in Hursley Gardens. What Specs didn't know was that he was being set up. Upon arriving at the block of garages, another car would pull in and enter the garages. The second car would contain multiple Drillford members. The Drillford members would get out of their car and start attacking Specs. Specs managed to get away shortly, but was chased and stabbed over 50 times, all over his body. Sadly, Specs would be pronounced dead at 10:53 p.m., just 30 minutes after being attacked.
Damn, so they got So what I'm hearing from this video is these niggas could shoot you if they want to, but they prefer to just stab a nigga, bro. And honestly, I understand why they just prefer to stab a nigga. It's way more quieter to just stab a nigga than motherfucking shoot him. But yeah, these niggas real life be cutting people down.
Police would track the attackers through fingerprints on the vehicles and DNA left at the scene. This resulted in all 7 members involved in the murder of Speck.
Bro, all these niggas look like fucking cornballs, gang. These niggas look like they not folk. What the fuck? What type of haircut folks got, gang? Nah, folks ass crazy, gang. He got that haircut. This nigga, bro. This nigga look like bro, folks ass was down there be a school shooter in America. Folks ass gang banging out there. Folks finna tell. He finna tell. He telling on their ass, gang. He with the bullshit for sure. He the nigga that after he closed out the gas station, he slided. He slided for sure.
Speck being sentenced to 128 years in prison combined.
128 years in prison, but former 12 only got 23. Something ain't adding up, bro. Or they talking about combined as each one of them got. You feel me? Because there is a lot of them. What the fuck they mean?
However, the violence wouldn't stop there. In 2020, Manor Park members would start making music. This wasn't unheard of as Farmer 12 rapped before getting jailed for life. But other members would start jumping on tracks and telling the media about what was going on in the streets. Manor Park and Drillford often dissed fallen members and each other in these songs.
That glad, home right, I got my guys. Shot and shank survive. Shot and shanked and this beef is fucked.
He said he got shot and Shake survived. Ooh, they rapping about the crimes that they doing. These niggas retarded just like American motherfuckers. Now see, some things will never change, bro. Niggas gonna be niggas.
Girlfriend both got Frank. Giddy got chinked and he almost died. Snipes at him looking like Frankenstein. Oh, escort how many times? And
He had the nigga looking like Frankenstein. He said he had that nigga stitched up. Bro, these niggas really be spitting, bro, if you really know what they talking about.
when it was flushing ice. I'm too cat, I'm splat.
Drillford members also started rapping, although they had been rapping for over 6 years. Drillford's main rappers are Show Psycho and Giddy. Manor Park's main rappers are Farmer 12, M12, and Reki. On the 1st of November 2020, a Drillford member named Yellows was riding on his bike around Ilford. Whilst he was riding his bike, Manor Park members would be on a ride out looking for ops. A Manor Park member named S. Loose would see Yellows and run him over whilst he was on his bike. 2 other Manor Park members would get out of the car and shoot Yellows in the head twice.
These niggas love to. I heard another UK nigga talk about he like to run niggas over. So I see. That's what I'm saying. These niggas is really diabolical, bro. They just like to kill people in different ways, bro. That's why I'm realizing with the UK people, because like they gonna run you over. Sometimes they might shoot you. Sometimes they might stab you. Like it just depends on how these niggas feeling, bro. I see like these niggas versatile with how they doing this shit, bro. They get fun out of doing that shit different ways, bro. Actually, I see why they talk about the Americans. They be like, man, y'all only shoot niggas, bro. We cut niggas up, we run niggas over. We do all that shit, bro. We like to do all that shit, my niggas.
Yellows was sadly pronounced dead
Do
on
you
the
have
scene,
an
but the
Alexa?
ride
Hell
out
no.
didn't end for S. Loose and the other Manor Park members. They carried on looking for ops, and 15 minutes later they would spot another op shooting him in the chest. Luckily, the second man survived.
These niggas popping niggas. They popping niggas, bro. Okay.
S. Loose would be the only one arrested in connection to this murder, as phone records and DNA evidence proved he was the driver, with the gunman still not being identified or arrested. S. Loose would be given a
That mean folks a real nigga. That mean he ain't tell. Because that's the only reason folks is not identified, because if he would have told, they would have most definitely identified his ass, bro. So he got a real nigga with him.
combined sentence of 35 years for this murder, and a shooting he committed moments after the murder. Rest in peace, Yellow. Whilst Manor Park and Drillford.
Hey, 35 years is not that bad, bro. Let's be real. 35 years is not that bad for running a nigga over, shooting a nigga. That's not that bad, bro. Oh, but the shooter ain't get caught. But shit, you feel me? Yeah, that's not that bad.
where dissing each other on Snapchat and in songs, shootings and stabbings would be happening in the streets. A drillford member named Giddy would start dropping tracks around this time as well. Giddy has been present throughout all of the beef. If you remember, he was stabbed by Farmer 12 on 2 different occasions in the early days of the rivalry. Whilst a lot of Giddy's songs were leaked, he would still diss his ops loads in these songs. Sadly, this road life would catch up to Giddy in the worst way.
Police are holding a news conference after a shooting that left 2 people dead and a 3rd critically injured. Let's just listen in.
On the 25th of October 2022, Giddy and his cousin, named Zach, were trapping out of a band on Henley Road. What they didn't know was that Manor Park members got the drop on Giddy and the other people in the trap house and planned to ride out that night. After midnight on the 25th of October 2022, 2 cars would park outside of the house. One of the Manor Park members, wearing a black Joker mask, would then go through the front door and would.
And these niggas like to slide and purge masks and shit. These niggas be popping out in purge masks like wah, 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 wah. These niggas be tweaking. Or they these niggas be tweaking.
Start shooting at everyone in the house. Giddy and his cousin Zach, who was a civilian, were both shot and then stabbed multiple times. They were both pronounced dead on the scene, with 2.
These niggas shooting and stabbing, bro. They don't walk down, bro. They like to save their bullets, gang. I ain't gonna cap to you. I see these niggas like to save bullets on gang. They got guns, bro. They want to save their bullets. So that once they pop you and immobilize you, bro, they chopping your ass down, gang. This shit is diabolical, bro. This shit is diabolical what y'all doing out there, bro. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all self-shooting people and motherfucking cutting them after, bro.
2 other men being left in critical condition after being shot multiple times. Zach, who was a civilian, was shot 7 times and stabbed 5 times, and Giddy was shot 4 times.
Damn, y'all shooting and stabbing the civilians too? You with the niggas, you getting cut down with them. I see how y'all coming out there, bro. I see how y'all coming.
And stabbed 28 times. Other Drillford members would start jumping out of windows and hiding within the house whilst this was happening. This incident quickly hit the news.
They had niggas jumping out the windows, bro. Them niggas really sliding, bro. When you got niggas hopping out the windows to get away and shit, bro, you niggas is dangerous.
With how brutal it was. CCTV was released a few days after the murders. It showed the killers fleeing the house, running to a getaway vehicle.
Sliding.
5 men have been arrested and have all been found guilty of the double murder of Giddy and Zach. One of the men was not found guilty of murder, but instead found guilty of perverting the course of justice after burning the getaway car used in the attack. Rest in peace, Giddy and Zach. Whilst there haven't been any murders linked to the rivalry since 2022, the beef is still ongoing in the streets, with stabbings and shootings still occurring. Recently, Farmer 12, who was convicted and given 23 years for the murder of OS, went on live and said he would kill another op and ride another 23 years.
23 years, and I'll get another 23 years to kill an op. When it comes to killing ops.
This just shows how
This nigga is a fucking crash out, bro. He's in jail talking about, yeah, I'd do another 23 years just to kill an op. I love the feeling. I'll do it again.
how much these men hate their ops and don't care about freedom. By the time Farmer 12 comes
I'm talking about when I said the UK worse, I mean like with the killing type shit. We kill more for sure. We kill more for sure. But y'all niggas is doing diabolical shit when y'all kill people, bro. Like y'all cutting people up, bro, stabbing people in their testicles, running people over. Like we really only got to worry about getting shot. Like that's the main thing. Like if you hear someone dying and like by getting stabbed or ran over, like that's like a rare occasion. That shit don't really happen out here. But y'all, that shit normal, bro. Like y'all worse when it comes. Like when I say worse, it's like niggas dying in worse ways out there. Like y'all killing y'all ops in worse ways. You feel me?
Around him now will have grown up and will most likely have forgotten about him. Whilst the life drill rappers or gang members lead looks appealing, it really isn't. These men have all lost friends to the violence in prison, which just proves that it really isn't worth it.
Oh, so these niggas be tweaking in the UK, bro. Like I said, bro, these niggas be tweaking in the UK. Like I would rather get shot than get ran over. I'd rather get shot than get stabbed. I'd rather just get shot than get shot and stabbed. You feel me? Like these niggas be tweaking with that shit, bro. Like I feel like gangbanging in America, bro, is pretty one-dimensional, bro. Like it's just you shoot a nigga, that's it, bro. And man, you if a nigga doing that shit, bro, that nigga is a crazy motherfucker, bro. Like the shit y'all doing out there, bro. Niggas gonna say, oh yeah, that nigga crazy, bro. Why the fuck is he shooting people and then chopping niggas up? Why is you doing shit like this, gang? Like get some help, Brody. Yeah, y'all fucked up in the head doing shit like this, bro. I ain't gonna bap to you. But if you watch this video all the way through, I know your ass fucking with another motherfucking video. So go ahead and go watch another motherfucking video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on any content like this. Go!